Welcome to another episode of Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on the channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about the difference between a sacred grove and an evil forest. These is two very important, significant components that you are going to find in Africa and other parts of the world. In African spirituality, there is a phenomenon we call the sacred groves. These sacred groves are simply patches of land or portions of forests that have been dedicated to a group of spirits or to a particular deity. Practically, these lands, these sacred lands, they are practically worshipped. That is what you need to know. They are lands that have been selected and enclosed, or that is, they have been choosing. These lands are lands that have been dedicated to deities and spirits, and so they are venerated as sacred. We have lots of these places, thousands of them in ancient Africa, if not millions of them. And these are lands that are also used as a form of an ancient tradition of nature conservation. In these sacred groves or sacred forests or sacred spaces in the forest, hunting of animals is usually banned. They don't hunt the animals in this place. They don't cut the trees in this place. They don't go into this forest. It's like what you will call a modern day forest reserve that governments have these days, where they'll say this land is reserved, this forest is preserved. Nobody can go there to hunt or to harvest any crop or to farm. In ancient time, we have this practice and we call it sacred groves. Now, in modern day Africa, you are still going to find lots of these places prevalent. And it's not only in Africa that this system is practiced. In India, it is very, very common. In many parts of Asia, they have sacred groves. In Europe and in the American continent, Latin America, and North America, Canada, the lands of the Red Indians, the indigenous Americans, they practice this very sacred forest phenomenon. In fact, I believe that almost every ancient tribe, indigenous people, Aboriginal tribes, they have sacred forests. It is a well-known practice that we humans are part of nature, and we need to acknowledge this fact by showing our reverence for nature and our respect. So we are not all here to destroy nature, to conquer nature, or to pollute or destroy the balance of things. So sacred forests are very, very important components of African spirituality, and it is very, very necessary. We see these sacred groups today. We still have some popular ones in Nigeria. We have the Oshun Grove in the Yoruba lands. We have groves in Benin. We have in almost every state. You're going to see every village in Nigeria, they have sacred forests whereby they dedicate deities to and sort of venerate these forests. And they don't hunt animals there. They don't deforest the place. They don't pollute the place. They just reserve them. So it is totally different from the concept of evil forests. Now, the evil forest is another concept we have in ancient Africa. Now, this is also a parchment of land that has been dedicated to be a place whereby evil entities or evil spirits or souls or bodies of people that have committed abomination in the community are to be housed or are to be buried or to be trapped. So the evil forest is totally different from a sacred forest, and they should not be confused. As we have sacred groves and sacred forests all over Africa, we also have evil forests all over Africa. I will take example from Nigeria. In Nigeria, this is well known. The existence of the evil forest is a part of our culture, not only in Nigeria, in the whole of West Africa, and I believe in North Africa as well, and other parts of Africa. They have this evil forest. Now, the work of the evil forest is that the ancient people, our ancient African ancestors, they have come to realize that evil is part of nature. That evil is part of nature, just as good is part of nature. And we cannot totally destroy evil. We cannot destroy evil. We cannot separate it from nature. It's an aspect of nature. We need to learn how to live with it. And the best we can actually do is to contain it, to find a way to contain it, to reduce its effect on us, or its impact on us. So the way they were able to do it, they have been able to discover that evil manifests in human form, just as good manifests in human form. The people that are perpetrating evil acts upon these planets, they are not exactly aliens from other planets. They are not exactly ghosts that you can't see. Contrary to what the Bible is telling you, that some invisible force called the devil is the one responsible for all the evil in this world, and God has been fighting this so-called devil. He has not been able to defeat him. Ancient people do not believe that fairy tale. Ancient people know that evil is caused by human beings and human actions. And the evil spirits on this planet, they are also human beings, just as the good spirits on this planet have. So when people exhibit some kind of evil traits, you obviously need to know that they are being controlled by evil forces, the evil aspects of nature. So what you do with this kind of people is that you try to separate them from society. You separate them from the rest of society. You trap this evil inside them, within them. So when people commit acts of abomination like murder, incest, black, dark magic against their fellow men for no just cause, people just doing evil things out of jealousy, greed, or anger. When these kind of people are caught, they excommunicate these people from the society depending on the degree of the crime that they have committed. They can either banish you from the village, banish you from the community, or they can either sentence the person to death. Then they will have to bury this person in the evil forest after execution. So what the evil forest is primarily used for in West Africa is to bury evil people, people that have committed grievous acts of crimes against the society. They are usually not buried in the same cemetery or the same places with other members of the society. These people are usually buried in the evil forest, and there they are trapped there in the forest. Their souls are trapped in the forest so that they cannot be able to reincarnate back into the society to perpetrate their evil. So for thousands of years, this is a practice that African people have been doing with the evil forest. There are times where some kind of evil deities are encountered, some plagues or some kind of evil are discovered in the society or the village. These evil items or these evil entities are trapped, and they are also buried in the evil forest. So the evil forest is like a negative space that have been created for trapping evil deities in the society. So what this does that is enable peace, progress, and development to reign in the society, because all the evil traits they have taken out of the community. So this is how ancient Africans were able to protect their communities from the reign of evil spirits and evil souls that have reincarnated as human beings upon this planet. But something happened along the way during the reign of colonization, when the foreigners, the Arab slave trade, transatlantic slave trade started, and the Europeans and Arabs start coming to Africa, especially the Europeans. What happened that with the inception of Christianity, many of these sacred groves and evil forests were impacted. When Christianity started and the Europeans were coming, the Portuguese, they were bringing their Christianity to try to take over the minds, the hearts and minds of the people by forcing Christianity or deceiving them by bringing cheap goods from Europe, mesmerizing them with goods in the name of development, and thereby asking them to denounce their indigenous spirituality in order to accept Christianity, to destroy their powers, to destroy their shrines, to destroy every sort of spiritual practice. This is what how the Europeans brought Christianity to Nigeria. We have these documents of how they were bringing mirrors, bringing cheap items, cheap articles that most Africans have not seen before. Then in return for you to get these articles, you have to bring your artifacts to them. You have to bring your shrine to them. You have to give them this your indigenous artifacts, and then they take it back. Sometimes, if you refuse to give them, they take it by force. The sole aim is to destroy African spirituality. So when the Europeans start coming with Christianity, especially the Catholic Church, they were asking for lands to build their church. So most communities that are quite sensitive to this, the first set of lands that we are giving to the Catholic Church are these evil forests, because we have lots of them. Most communities in Nigeria, the first sets of land we are giving were the evil forests, because they knew that these lands have been dedicated as places where evil spirits are kept, and nobody really wants anything to do with these lands because they know that the lands are evil, and they don't really know what to do with the land. And now that there's some new people coming, they say, okay, you want land, we have land, take this land. So many communities gave this evil forest out to these Western Christians with the hope that whatever evil is inside this land, they have to deal with it. If they survive, then the land will become theirs. So most of these evil forests were the first lands to be destroyed. So they were destroyed, the bands or the seal were broken, and churches were built on this land, schools and some other places were built on this land, mostly churches, seminaries, and whatever they were training their priests. So in breaking this sealed evil forest, my postulation in my book that I wrote, The Interrelationship Between the Evil Forest and Negative Space in Quantum Physics and African Spirituality, I really went deep into this topic. My postulation was that in breaking this evil forest seals, the bad spirits and the evil entities that have been trapped in this evil forest were able to escape back into general circulation. And I believe that is one of the major reasons we have so many evils happening in Africa today, because these souls, many evil people were buried in this place. And they were buried with enchantments, with curses. These curses were basically to trap them forever in that evil forest so that they cannot come back into the community. They were buried with different kind of spells, different kind of curses to remove this evil from the rest of the village. So when these places were broken into, I believe that many of these trapped souls were released, and they were able to reincarnate back into this physical world as our brothers, our sisters. Many of them are now our leaders. Many of these evil pastors that we have in Nigeria that are trapping so many people in Christianity, I believe they are the evil souls that were released when the evil forests were destroyed. Now we have so many evil, unspeakable evil happening in Africa today, because I believe many of these evil spirits that were trapped by the ancient ancestors are now released back into circulation, and many of them are now our political leaders, governors, presidents, and all sorts of evil people causing their evil upon the continent today. So, the essence of the evil forest is basically to trap evil spirits. That is what you need to know. And during the slave trade era, transatlantic slave trade, many evil forests were destroyed. Also, many sacred groves were also destroyed. Many sacred groves, these are forests that have been dedicated to the preservation of natural life, that we are encroached into also. Many of the animals were beginning to be hunted and destroyed, and this also caused a major issue in the environmental impact in Africa as well. The good thing is that we still have a few of these sacred groups today, but they are not as many as they have in the ancient time. If you come to West Africa, you're still going to find sacred groves almost in every state. You're still going to find evil forests. We still have some few evil forests. There are certain tribes that they take this evil forest phenomenon very, very seriously. In my state, there's a particular tribe that actually used to bury people alive. When people that have confessed of witchcraft, confess that they did evil, this tribe usually go to this, take these people to their evil forest. They tie the people without burying them. They suspend them in the air, and they tie them. They leave them alive there to be trapped. These people are not even buried. They just suspend them in the air. This is a particular tribe in Delta State. I don't want to call the name of that tribe, but people know them. This is the way they trap people in their evil forest. In my own tribe, Orobo, they are in the evil forest. They don't bury them alive there. But people are buried there, bad people, winches. These people are usually winches and wizards. So the evil forest is like a dumping ground. When they just take the person there and they dump the person in the place, allow the person to die there, they walk away. In the Shina and Shibe book, the popular book called Things Fall Apart, he actually spoke about the concept of the evil forest. They have it in the Igbo tribe as well, where they dump evil spirits. If you read that book, you're going to see a funny case about a man that had an illness that this man have a kind of strange illness that nobody knows the cure. So what they did is that in order for this illness not to spread into the community, they went to tie this man inside the evil forest to leave the man to die there. Then the man sort of escaped back into the community. So they caught the man again and they went to tie him inside the evil forest to leave it there. It's very funny kind of story, but sad at the same time. So this is a concept that is well known in West Africa, and we still have some of them today. So what you need to know is that it actually exists. Many people are thinking if it is possible. It actually exists. There's what we have evil forests. These are scary places. People don't usually go there. There are people that have been lost in these places. There are people that went in and they lost track of time. It is strange places. It's like a place where there's a vortex of evil currents interacting. So we have these places, they exist. And evil forest is different from sacred groves. Okay? So sacred groves are more like for positive deities, for good spirits, while the evil forest is for the bad spirits. So we have these two places. For sacred groups, we have many sacred groups all about the world, but I don't know if other cultures apart from Africans also have evil forests. I have not heard about other cultures having evil forests. I only know about Africans having evil forest phenomenon. If you would like to know more about this evil forest, you need to read my book. I have written extensively about the evil forest in my book, and I believe I am the first person to really go into details on this subject. So please try to get the book so you will know about the evil forest. And In my next video, I'll be talking about the sacred grooves and how to grow a sacred groove. It is a very good way for interacting or making contact with spirits of nature, making contact with elemental spirits of the plants, rain, and also the animal kingdom. So sacred groves are very, very important spaces, and I believe we need more sacred groves in this world. We don't have enough. We really need more so that we can try to see if we can revitalize nature or try to go green. Now everybody is talking about climate change. We need to focus on helping this planet to restore the balance of this planet, and sacred groups are a very good way to do that. So they are a very, very important part of our African spirituality. So I'll be talking about how to start or how to create a sacred groove in the next video. So I hope that I have been able to clear the air on this topic between sacred groups and evil forests in this video. Questions and comments are welcome. Once again, please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel and try to register for my masterclass to know more about African spirituality. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. I wish you a very wonderful day. Take care and bye. Peace.